A very good evening. This is Salika Bai. I'm here reporting from Manipur, and these are the top news from the state. In the first update, the state government has denied that there is an indication of COVID-19 situation running out of control in the state. In the statement that was issued by the State Health Department yesterday, it has mentioned that so far the state has procured 135,000 rapid antigen kits for testing the COVID-19. Out of which almost 95% of the procured items have been utilized both in the private as well as the public health centers. This news has in fact created a lot of tensions and alarms among the society. But at the same time, the state have already mentioned that in order to address the shortage of kits in the screening centers as well as the testing centers, they have already placed an order of around 50,000 RAT kits once again, which will be delivered in the next 2 or 3 days. Now, in terms of the transmission that is happening in the state, there is a reports of local transmission that are widely happening, especially in the Imphal-based districts. And there are some reports that are coming from the Hill district as well. But in fact, the state government have already denied that there is signs of community transmission that are spreading in the state. Now, when it comes to the COVID-19 cases so far in the state, Manipur has already recorded around 12,240 positive cases, out of which recovered stands at 9,482. So right now, around 2,680 infected patients are undergoing treatment for COVID-19. Insofar, in fact, when it comes to the COVID-19 fatality, the state has already recorded with around 78 cases. These are the COVID-19 development reports. Well, in the second update, intensive protests as well as a total shutdown along the National Highway 2 and 37 continues on the third day in Gangpokpi district over disputed land for construction of National Sports University that has been identified at Hauratelt village in Gangpokpi district. In fact, as per the report, this specific site that has been identified by the state government falls on the border of Gangpokpi district and Imphal West districts, which is currently disputed over the demarcation land issue. Now, in this case, with these issues, the Chief Minister N. Biren Singh had called a meeting yesterday, which was attended by the Sports Minister, Mr. Lekpa Haokip, CM's advisor, Mr. Ngamtang Haokip, as well as the Imphal West TC, along with various leaders from the Kuki civil society organizations. However, as per the reports, the meeting, which actually went on for more than 1.5 hours, went inconclusive, which has led them to call for another joint meeting that will be attended by the border DCs from the district, which is from Gangpokpi and Imphal West district. However, we haven't received any update about today's meeting. But in the meantime, business establishments along the National Highway 2, especially in the Gangpokpi district headquarters, remain shut. A lot of trucks that are coming from the another state, mostly from Nagaland, are stranded on the national highways. And then protest continues along the national highways by the locals. Now, in fact, there was a huge protest which was held on Monday, where at least 12 protesters, mainly women, were injured after the police allegedly fired a tear gas in order to control the mob. So there was a huge protest that carried out in the mainly in the Gangpokpi district areas against the government's decision to go ahead in order to demarcate the land. In the meeting which was held yesterday, they were discussed about the various modalities when it comes to construction of National Sports University. However, as I had mentioned earlier, nothing has come under conclusive. So right now that has been going on, and the meeting has been going on at the moment. In the meantime, the Kuki student organizations under the the Cookie Student Organization and various Cookie civil society have called a total shutdown along the national highways, which was already started from the afternoon of October 5th till the midnight of October 10th. One of the main reasons behind of having this huge protest are because, as per the reports, that the public have already demanded the state government in order to constitute a proper legitimate demarcation committee, as well as publicize the findings of the government's district boundary commissions, which was already constituted by the state governments before they go ahead with the demarcation. However, despite the locals' demands regarding this constitution of proper legitimate demarcation committee, the state government in fact went ahead to demarcate the land, which in fact was miffed to the locals over the government's arbitrary decisions. So this has been going on. So we will be giving you a lot more updates when we have a fresh update on this current issues. This is Sally Kapai. I'm here reporting for East Mojo from Manipur.
Very good evening. This is Princess Rashia reporting for East Mojo from Meghalaya. The fresh developments that are taking place in the state of Meghalaya are two issues. Firstly, following several questions raised about the expenses made by the Meghalaya government on this COVID-19 issue, the government has finally decided to disclose the COVID-19 expenses on Tuesday. According to the Meghalaya government, so far, a total rupees of 399 crores has been spent to fight COVID-19 since March 2020 till end of September. They've also informed that a total rupees of 251 crores, the bills have been cleared, and the remaining amount of 141 crores is pending. You can always visit the website eastmojo.com to check out the further details, because the government has been able to give a very brief the brief figures of where and what has been spent. Another development that has been taking place in the state is yesterday itself, the government has informed that starting October 16th, testing facilities and the fooding at Corona care centers will be chargeable. Earlier, the government had given free testing facilities, free lodging and fooding. However, lodging continues to be free, whereas testing and the fooding will now be chargeable. If you are interested in checking what are these prices and what are the rates for the tests, you can always check out the story. It's on the website. However, I'll give you a brief description of this. For a rapid antigen test, the price will now be rupees 500 per test per person. As for an RT-PCR, CBNAT and TrueNAT, the cost will be rupees 3,200. However, the BPL sector will be exempted from this. And also concerning tests, any high-risk contacts will be exempted, will not have to pay for the tests that they need to carry out to check if they're tested positive for COVID-19 or not. So far, these are the developments for Meghalaya. Thank you. Stay tuned to East Mojo.
Hello and welcome to my report by East Mojo. This is Simran Bajaj and I'll be giving you the latest news from Assam. In the top news from Assam, former DIG P.K. Datta, the prime accused in the SI exam paper leak, has been remanded to 6 days of judicial custody. Datta was arrested yesterday in an area along the Indo-Nepal border by West Bengal police. He was brought to Guwahati this morning at around 3 a.m. as per sources, and he was also, as a part of his regular health checkup, he was also tested for COVID, in which he has tested negative in rapid antigen test, following which he was produced before the Chief Judicial Magistrate Court in Guwahati, and he was remanded to 6 days of judicial custody. Now, Datta was on the run since the Cash for Jobs scam was unveiled after reports of exam paper leak started surfacing within minutes of convening of the exam on September 20th. Another prime accused in the case, that is suspended BJP leader Diben Deka, he was also sent for another 6 days of judicial custody as ordered by the CJM court in Guwahati on Tuesday. And that's the news that we have from Assam. This is Simran Bajaj.
This is Tripura correspondent Chandan Pandey and I'm going to give you today's update. The High Court of Tripura has yet again, after hearing the COVID-19 management case on Wednesday, it has said that the number of samples which is being tested in the state has reduced. However, the number of samples which are testing positive is more than the number in the beginning, which was 6.7%, and now it stands at 10%. The High Court, while giving its order, it says that the people of the state should not get a false idea that there is a dramatic improvement in the coronavirus spread and that the life should go back to normal. So the court also said that this would be a serious mistake with serious consequences. So the Chief Justice A. Qureshi and Justice Subhashish Talapatra was hearing a suo motu case which was taken last month after going through a number of media articles and reports where it showed that the state's COVID management was deteriorating. Following which the Chief Justice and Justice Subhashish Talapatra took a suo motu case. The case was heard for the third time, and the state government was given a notice to provide affidavit with the information on the actions taken. Later on, after hearing the case, once again the High Court said a central committee had come down to Agartala. They had given some measures and problems which they found out during their 10 days visit. The High Court said they should implement all the recommendations given by the expert committee team. So now the High Court has sought the action taken report from the state government. A report was also given yesterday, but the High Court was not happy with the report which was handed over to the Chief Justice. He said that he sought for, a few more details he sought from the state government, while the Advocate General Arun Kanti Bhomik apprised the High Court that a number of measures have already been implemented, and the recommendations and the loopholes which are found in the expert committee, like not installing the ventilators, not using the CT scan or other machines in the COVID care ward. So the state government has already started taking the recommendation and implementing them. So the High Court has now fixed the next date for next Tuesday, that is October 13, when the court will once again hear the case. And the second update coming in from Tripura is that the Assembly of Tripura Journalists, that is the Assembly of Journalists in Tripura, they have wrote a letter to the Prime Minister Narendra Modi, the Home Minister Amit Shah, and the Press Council of India seeking their intervention. We know we have been reporting a lot of news on the statement made by the Chief Minister last month on September 11. He was inaugurating the special economic zone in Shabroom, that is in the southern part of Tripura, South District. Well, he said that a section of overexcited media is trying to divert the minds of the people by reporting wrong information on COVID-19 situation. He moved on to say that he's not going to forgive them, the history will not forgive them, and he, being the Chief Minister, will not forgive them, and history is testimonial to his words. So following that, Assembly of Journalists was revived, and they sought an intervention of the Governor of Tripura, Ramesh Bais. He said that he will speak with the Chief Minister, but so far the Assembly of Journalists has not got any response from the Governor's side. Following that, on October 2nd, the Assembly of Journalists wore black badges protesting against the remarks of the Chief Minister. They sought that the state government, specifically the Chief Minister, should take back his remark. They did not seek any apology from the Chief Minister. All they wanted is just the Chief Minister take back his statement, because following the statement on 11 September, a total of 8 journalists have been attacked across the state. So the journalists are now fearing that the freedom of the press and the movement and their rights will be further deteriorating if the Prime Minister's office do not intervene into it. They have sent a letter to the Prime Minister, and they seek that immediately the PMO or the Home Ministry and the Press Council of India takes in this issue and they resolve this ongoing dispute between the section of journalists and the Chief Minister of Tripura, Biplab Kumar Dev. This is Chandan Pandey reporting from Agartala.